Hi there. I'm Dr. Mike with Balance Within Physical Therapy, and I just wanted to take a second out of your day to talk about something that's going to become more common now that we're hitting the fall season, which is raking leaves. And I'm hoping to help prevent some low back pain that people normally experience when they're outside in the fall raking leaves. So I just wanted to give a couple helpful tips. The first thing that you should do when you're going outside to rake leaves is you should try to warm up a little bit. The muscles don't do so well when they're not warm. So even if it's just like twisting your back a little bit, just bending to the side, just nice and slow, and keep it short duration. You don't need to hold it for very long because nothing's really warmed up anyways. The muscles prefer more of a dynamic warm up where nothing's held very long, just to get everything warm before you pick up the rake. So a lot of the mistakes that I see when people are raking are they're bending way too much at their back. What you really want to do is you want to get into a good squat stance. Obviously, if you have knee pain, you don't have to bend as far at the knees, but I would rather see people bending less at the back and more in the hips and knees if possible. The other mistake that I see is people tend to really want to go the extra mile and reach out with the rake as far as they can. This is putting very strange torques on the low back that most low backs can't handle. It'll end up stretching some of the muscles that insert into the low back more than they should be stretched. So you'll find that later after the day, even if it's not bothering you while you're doing it, you're still gonna have some low back discomfort probably if you're overextending. So keep the rake close to you, bend the knees. Another important thing is to keep the stomach tight. So if you can keep your core tight, pulling your belly button in towards your spine, that's going to activate your deep core muscles. That will also protect the low back while you're raking. The other thing that's important is to take breaks. You don't need to be ashamed if you don't get the whole yard done in one swoop. I never do. It's just better for your back if you are easy on it. And then lastly, when you're going to pick up the leaves to put them in the bag, what I like to do is, I know that this has probably been told to you a lot of times, but most people just like to cheat and they'll bend over like this. And if your back is already hurting, this is the worst way to do it. So I just like to get down into a nice deep squat, and the smaller the pile, the better. Although it might take you more reps of going down like this. It's a great exercise for your legs. But those are probably the most important tips for raking. I hope that everyone has a great fall season,